I want to talk about hyponymy of lexical relations. The study of hyponymy is referring to the relationship of meaning inclusion of the words. In today's talk, we are going to look at a few concepts of the hyponymy study. They are in sequence: hyponymy, hyponyms, hyponym, superordinate, co-hyponyms, and prototype. Firstly, let's look at the term hyponymy. The concept of hyponymy is referring to the relationship of meaning inclusion between two or more words, such that the meaning of one or more words are included in the meaning of another word. Let's look at some examples. Let's look at the first one, pansy and daisy, to the word flower. So the meaning of pansy and daisy, they are included in the meaning of the word flower. So they have a meaning inclusion relationship. They are in the relationship of hyponymy. Let's look at the second example, you and animal. So the meaning of you, that is a female shape, is included in the meaning of the word animal. So they have a meaning inclusion relationship. That is, they have a hyponymy relationship. So let's look at the third one, octagon and shape. So the meaning of octagon is included in the meaning of the word shape. They have a meaning inclusion relationship, and they are in the relationship of hyponymy. Let's look at the term hyponym. So the concept of hyponym is a word whose meaning is narrower or more specific, and it is emphasizing the relationship with the superordinate. We'll look at superordinate in the upcoming slides. Let's look at some example words of hyponym. Let's look at the first one, grape. So the word grape is called hyponym because the word grape is referring to a specific object, and it is included in the word fruit, or specifically the meaning of the word grape is included in the meaning of the word fruit. Let's look at the second one, lily. So the word lily is called hyponym because the word lily is referring to a specific object, and the meaning of lily is included in the meaning of the word flower. So lily is a hyponym. Let's look at the third one, the word range. The word range is called hyponym because the word range is referring to a specific object, and the meaning of the word range is included in the meaning of the word two. So the word range is a hyponym. Let's look at the fourth one, the word ruby. The word ruby is called hyponym because the word ruby is referring to a specific object rather than the word bird, right? And the word ruby, the meaning of the word ruby is included in the meaning of the word bird. So the word ruby is a hyponym. And let's look at the term hyponyms. So here I want to emphasize that in order to grasp the concept of hyponyms, the first one, put it simply, more than one hyponym words that in a group. The second one is that if they are sharing a same feature, that means they are co-hyponyms, but we'll talk about it in the upcoming slides. I think I should correct something here. That is, the concept of hyponyms, it is referring to a group of words that are hyponym and they are not sharing a common feature or a class. So better delete or ignore that they share a common feature or class. They do not. Apologize for wrong writing here. So they do not share a common feature or class to which they all belong. And let's look at some example words of hyponyms. In the group of 1, the words oak, maple, triangle, octagon. So each of the words referring to a specific object, and in whole they don't share a common feature with each other. And let's look at the second example. In the group of circle, pan, rectangle, and willow. The words in this group, each of the words is referring to a specific object, and in whole, as a group, they don't share a common feature or a class. And in the group 3, even though, because I wrote wrong here, but I'll still point it out that in group 3, it is actually called co-hyponyms, because in group 3, all the words are sharing a common feature or a class. So, and each of them referring to a specific object. So it's called co-hyponyms. And let's look at the term superordinate. The concept of superordinate, it's referring to a word whose meaning is broader or more general. And it's emphasizing the relationship with hyponyms. Let's look at some examples. Let's look at the first example. Let's look at the word emotion. So the word emotion is called superordinate because it includes the hyponyms such as awe, boredom, empathy, etc. And let's look at the second word, tool. The word tool is called superordinate because it includes the hyponyms such as shovel, spade, chisel, pliers, mallet, etc. And the word two is referring to a broader or general meaning rather than the words like shovel, spade, chisel, pliers. Let's look at the third word, fish. The word fish is called superordinate because it is referring to a broader and more general meaning, rather than those words like salmon, tuna, trout, cod, herring, perch, etc. So here is the co-hyponyms. The concept of co-hyponyms, it is referring to the words that are belonging to the concept of a superordinate term. And it is emphasizing the relationship with the superordinate. So as I mentioned in the concept of hyponyms, co-hyponyms is a group of words that are hyponym and they are sharing a common feature or a class. Or put it another way, they are sharing a superordinate word of whatever it is. And let's look at some example. Let's look at the first group of co-hyponyms. The words oak, pine, maple, willow. They are called co-hyponyms because they are all sharing a common feature or a class. Or put it specifically, sharing the superordinate word of a tree, right, in this case. So the second group, the words like circle, triangle, rectangle, octagon. So they are called co-hyponyms because they are sharing a common feature and a common class, right? In this case, they are sharing the superordinate word of shape, or they are included. The meaning of this group of words are sharing the meaning of the superordinate word of shape, and they are the meaning of those words are included in the meaning of the word shape. In the group 3, words are like eagle, hummingbird, robin, crow, and they are called co-hyponyms because they are sharing a common feature or a class, and the meaning of each of the words are included in the superordinate word of the bird. Let's look at the last concept, prototype. So the concept of prototype, it is referring to a hyponym which is regarded as the best representative of a particular category by the majority of native speakers of a given language. So to better understand the concept of prototype, let's look at those pictures of the concept of guitar. So by looking at those pictures, which guitar would you think is the best representative of the guitar of a traditional guitar is looks like? Of course, this one's the best representative of the traditional view of a guitar, right? So it is a prototype. And I'll ramp it up here. That's it.